So guys, just getting set up here. What's up? Thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Just getting everything set up at the bench here. Trying to see if anybody else is going to filter in. Yeah, I can see I do have Mike. Whoops. What's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. If this is your first video, thanks so much for stopping by to watch one of my little videos. I really appreciate it. To my returning viewers, hey, great to see you guys again. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you last time live. And so I wanted to go live again this morning just to show you guys some work that I'm going to be doing on this custom knife. This is a variant of my white horse concept that I've been working on, and I'm doing something a little bit different with it. If you guys were with me for the last live stream, you saw this knife that I was working on. I pretty much have it done now. I have to work on grinding this out because I'm going to grind this to an edge so it has an edge up here as well. So I still got a lot of work to do on this one, but you can see I've made a lot of progress on it. I think it's actually looking pretty good now. I'm still thinking about calling this one the Barracuda just because it just looks so toothy, sort of like it just reminds me of a Barracuda for some reason. It's like small and, you know, kind of toothy. So anyway, let me know what you think about that. If you're watching, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about calling this one the Barracuda. I think I just got booted for some reason. I don't know what happened there. Am I still live? It's showing I am. I don't know what happened there. Maybe bad signal or something. I was just showing off the shark. I'm wanting to take the scales off of for this one and thin the scales up a little bit. They just seem a little too thick for the knife to me. You see what I mean there? It is a fairly thick knife, but the scales I think could be just a little bit sleeker. And I want to take this finger notch off as well because I think it would feel a little bit better in the ring if you're using the ring in like the reverse grip. Right now, the way that you hold it, it's like really want to fit into the groove just right. But I think if I this one, and it's sort of like a T. Kell inspired design, the way he does these with just the two finger swells here, and then this will be more flat leading up to the ring. So let me know what you think about that. Give me a thumbs up if you like that idea, or you know, just let me know in the live chat here what you think about this one. But I'm probably going to call this one the Shark, inspired by my good buddy Matt, a good guy with gun. So, you know, I'm probably going to go with that name for it. But like I said, if you're just joining, probably going to work on this one today on thinning these scales up just a little bit. I do feel like they're just a little bit too thick for the knife. And also maybe on taking this swell off here and making it more flat through there. So, sort of more like that. What do you think about that? Give me a thumbs up if you like that idea. I don't know what's my connection. I like to carry this. I like to carry this as an EDC knife. It works really well for that. And that was totally inspired by Ed Calderon talking about repurposing kitchen knives and, you know, into weapons in like non-permissive environments. Thumbs up. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Keith. If you guys aren't familiar with it, this is my white horse concept. This was the original knife that kind of got me started down this road. Was wanting to make a smaller retention dagger of my own. And so I used some SMKW knives that are really cheap. You can get them on Amazon as sort of my template for making these. But I want to find a custom knife maker I can collaborate with who can make me a full steel ring design. I would still have the G10 on it, but then have a steel ring. I really would love to work with somebody like T. Kell or something. I love his stuff. And I think I have some really cool ideas that would fit well with his style. So, you know, if anybody in the chat, if you know him, tell him Average Gear Reviewer is looking for someone to collaborate with on knives. Rap God, can you give me a shout out, please? Sure, Rap God. It's a shout out to the Rap God. Is it actually Eminem or Dax, maybe? But yeah, anyway, kind of got off topic there. Andres, I don't have them for sale yet. I'm actually thinking about selling them. So if you guys think that you would be interested in buying one, you can DM me on Instagram. It's Average Gear Review, all lowercase, or comment down below, and I'll try and get a hold of you. But I don't really have any for sale yet. I actually was thinking about making a few and putting them up for sale, but the only issue is that it's an integral handle, and so it's an integral G10, or this one is a black and red micarta. Morning, Fook Dusel. Hi, Kanye did it. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Andres, yeah, like I said, I don't have any for sale yet, but make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and I'll be doing updates on them as it goes. I am considering making a few and either giving them away in my 500 subscriber giveaway, which I'm way overdue to actually do. I need to be working on that instead of this stuff probably, but I'm thinking about maybe making a few of these and giving them away. Although, you know, I wouldn't recommend it for hard use, just because it being an integral handle, whether it's G10 or micarta, it's just not going to be as sturdy as this is, or I mean, as it would be if it was a steel ring. They're pretty sturdy. Like, you could beat on stuff with it pretty hard. But it's just the side-to-side flexion on it is not all that strong, and I'd be worried that it might break. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate it, man. If you plan on selling any, try adding a grip to the handle. What do you mean? Try adding a grip to the handle. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's pretty strong just for an integral. Like I said, it's an integral handle that's just got this knife bolted into it. Thanks, I appreciate it. I've only been working on this stuff, this type of stuff, for a couple of months now, so I'm a complete noob. I'm kind of wondering if I don't need to just learn how to make blades. In fact, there's a knife company, knife shop. Never mind, maybe just the overall size, I might be wrong. This is a smaller version of the one I'd like to make. This is the one I'd like to collaborate with somebody on to make a size that's about a quarter larger than this, a 3-inch blade, a little bit thicker handles, but really the handles would be about the same length, but just a little bit thicker and sturdier. I think that would be a really formidable blade. This one's a smaller, it's only like a 2.5 maybe inch blade. It's not very long. So yeah. But yeah, I like it. It's really fidgety. Like, if you've ever messed with an SOCP dagger, you know, you can kind of do tricks and stuff with those. It's really good for that because it's lightweight, and a lot of the weight is towards the knife. So it actually spins pretty good. Yeah, me too. And that's why I need a trainer version of it, because I only have the bladed versions. I don't have a trainer, so I've dropped it on my foot. Almost dropped it on my foot probably 100 times. Hypothetically speaking, would it work to stab someone in the neck without problem? Yeah, I would say for soft tissue like that, it's just like the SOCP daggers. Those aren't very long, but it's, you know, it's really where you're gonna strike with it. You know, am I an assassin? No, I'm not. Definitely not. Would I be live on YouTube if I was an assassin? Simon Prohaska. Dang, man. Yeah, you could definitely use it for that. Like I said, just like an SOCP dagger, if you train with it and you use it, you know, you're striking for what kind of assassin says yes, I'm an assassin. Not a very good one, I wouldn't guess. What was I saying? You keep getting me sidetracked. No, I'm not an assassin. No, I'm not. I'm not a ninja either. I'm too overweight to be a ninja. I can't move fast and quietly enough to be a ninja. But yeah, anyway, for hunting, if you're talking about that, for sure, yeah, you could use it for that. It's definitely long enough for that. It's got a 4-inch handle on it, and I want to say it's a 2. Let's just see. Yeah, it's got like right at 2 inches of cutting surface on it, basically. So, no, I'm not an assassin, a ninja, or a hitman. I'm an overweight old white man. Yeah, this is one that I'm working on. Like I said, it's like every time I show this knife, it disconnects. Your hands slip from the small grip. Yeah, that's going to be a problem with any small knife to me. That's why any small knife like this is really got to have, you can see this one's got jimping all up the back of it. And I just think it's got to have some kind of grip for your hands, you know, especially if it's small, because if you have larger hands like me, you know, just holding it in your hand, it's going to be difficult, you know, for larger hands. But I think this one for somebody with a little bit smaller hands than mine would be just the right size. This is the one I'm working on. I'm thinking about calling. Yeah, Swiss Army knives are nice. Everything Swiss Army makes is good. This is what I'm thinking about calling this one the Barracuda. And then this one is the Shark. See if it disconnects on me again. The vertical lines bring out the strange comments. Is that what it is? Oh, the vertical lives. Okay, yeah, I got you. I guess. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything like particularly weird, but maybe it's filtering. Get freaky live, Dr. Bong. Excuse me. Been breathing too much dust. Where are the ninja stars? I don't have any ninja stars. I'm sorry. But this one's a Shark concept that I made this from a D2 steel blank, basically. And I carved the blade into the shape that I wanted. I carved the ring out of it. I carved the finger notches out. The ring really is what took the longest amount of time. I mean, you have to think it was a D2 steel blank that was like this. So, you know, I had to cut out a good inch of material probably off of it. And then in here, that took forever. I don't recommend it to anybody. That's why I want to find a knife maker I could collaborate with who would help me like just make the knife like this, you know, and then the handles, you know. Is it not too thin? Only concern I would have is that it's perfectly sized for my hands, but might not be comfortable for smaller, larger. Yeah, I mean, and that's always a concern. because I did make this one specifically for my grip. I mean, it lays, you know, just perfectly right across my fingers. So yeah, that's another reason I was thinking about, and what I'm going to work on eventually, if maybe not today, I'm going to take this last notch out here and have it be more flat like that. I think that would make it a lot more universal for just about anybody to grip. What do you guys think? I throw them all the time too, and they all turn out to be like really well balanced for throwing. Why the ring? Because I made it to be, I actually wanted to make a knife that was designed for fighting and survival. It's thick enough to use for hard use. So sort of like an all-around full-size knife. And I think it strikes a good balance there. The way that I made the grips is so you can hold it several different ways. And if you see the jimping, jimping on the back here, it's made to where you can put your finger in this choil here and right there, or you can put your thumb up here, and you got great control of the blade. Also, obviously, it's made to hold 4 fingers on the grips here. You can also hold it in the ring this way. You can hold it this way. You can hold it this way. Like there's a lot of different ways you can hold it, but now I will say in the reverse grip, because of this last notch, it's not as comfortable to use and hold that way. So that's one of the reasons I want to take that notch out, just to eliminate that sort of uncomfortability when you're holding it. But yeah, that one's the shark concept that I'm working on. You kind of see some of the features of it. Like I said, it's got this advanced choil right up here, right underneath the sharpening tool. Got some jimping on the groove there, so when you're holding it in reverse, you can use it to strike with. See how it sort of evens out your knuckles there. You can also use it for striking like that. Oh, gotta knock my camera down. So yeah, I wanted to make it where you could hold it just any way you wanted to try to hold the knife, it'll work. So yeah, I mean, at least for me, it will. And that's who I made and designed it for. So it may be a little bit larger for somebody with smaller hands. I don't know. To me, I think it would still work. I'm trying to catch up on the comments, guys. Uncomfortability. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You should try and make a bally song. No, I'm barely getting started making these fixed blades. I've only been doing this for a couple of months. I'm not ready to try to make a bally song yet. So yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that. I was working on a folder version of the White Horse, and that's what this one is because I broke the handle on it. So yeah. But this is the White Horse I'm going to work on today. It's the first one I've tried to make with some nested liners in it. So it's going to be a little bit thicker of a handle, but I kind of like that. And then I've got this G10 spacer back here I've got glued in. So I'm going to grind this down into a better shape. When it's done, it's probably going to look more like this one. I'm not showing the gun. I'm not here to talk about guns. It's probably going to look a little bit more like this one. This is a ringless version of the White Horse that I'm working on, and I really like it too. It's small, but it's so grippy. Like once it's in your hand, it's really in your hand. And it's got what I'm calling a palm stock on it. So if you're familiar with James Williams' style of small blade usage, he presses it into the palm of his hand and closes his hand around it like this so that you can strike like that, or like this. I believe his strike is actually like this, but So I kind of designed it where you could hold it like that also, but you can also hold it just straight in your hand. Yeah, it's a little stinger for sure. And why is everybody asking about the gun? I don't have a gun on me. But this one, I think it's just the right size for a small arm retention knife, or just for even a fixed blade EDC. I think it's just right. And what I heard from a lot of people about the White Horse, the first one that I did, actually a lot of people don't like the ring, and I'm kind of surprised about that, because I love the ring. I love ring knives. I love retention knives, so I'm a big fan of rings on knives. But you know, I thought, well, why not make one without the ring? So you can see they're pretty much the same handles. This one just doesn't have the ring on it. Could you conceal it in your palm? You know, if you're holding it back this way, you could. You know, anything you can conceal with a reverse grip. But even a ring knife in a reverse grip is going to look like this. It looks like I have a ring on my hand. And you can see, even up here, you can't see the knife at all. It just looks like I have a ring on until you get about here. So, you know, that's one of the cool things about ring knives too, is you've got it securely in your hand, but it doesn't look like you're holding anything. If you're using reverse grip. I'm not a huge fan of reverse grip, but whatever works for you, works for you. But yeah, so this is the White Horse concept that I'm working on. Again, I'm trying to find a blade maker to collaborate with. So if you guys are a blade maker, or you know anybody who is, leave a comment, or contact me over on Instagram. It's Average Gear Review, all lowercase. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you're watching right now, are you subscribed? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're already subscribed. Do I make these, Ali? Yes, I do. Although I will say I'm making them I'm using a pre-existing knife for the insert, but the handles and design and everything is mine. The blade I actually want these to have is, I appreciate it, guys. The sort of blade shape I want to have in, and I know I'm rambling on a little bit here before I start working, but forgive me, it's early in the morning. It would have more of a leaf-shaped blade than this, and then a straight kiridashi on the backside, with just a little bit of jimping and a sort of hump right here. So I would say sort of like this blade shape, without the serrations. You can see on the back of this one, I'm working on it. I'm going to get this sharpened up to where it'll have sort of a straight kiridashi, more of a hard use. I should try and collab with Adirondack Knife Works. I don't know who they are. I'll look into it. But really sort of this blade shape minus the serrations. This is actually a, what was this one? This is an Ozark Trail knife that took the cheap scales off of it and made some scales out of G10. And put way too much work into the scales too, probably. But then I just kind of distressed the blade, and now I'm working on sharpening this back point here. So this is what I'm calling the Barracuda design. Ali, how many do I have that I've made, or how many do I have total? Are you asking how many I have? How many knives do I have total, or how many have I made? Yeah, way to give an Ozark Trail purpose. Appreciate it, man. It was just a cheap one, and I got to give Shannon. I got to give Shannon all the credit on that. She said, "Why can't you take an existing knife and cut it down to hold on, Ollie, I'll tell you in just a second. I didn't mean to point the knife at you there, bro. My bad. I'll tell you in just a second. Shannon said, why can't you take an existing knife and kind of just customize it the way you want it. And so I was like, that's a really good idea. And I had this just cheap Ozark Trail. It's probably like a $5 knife. I think it's like a 9CR 13 MOV steel probably. And I was like, you know, I actually could cut that down and make it sort of what I'm wanting. So you could, if I could show you the original knife on the screen, you could tell there's a lot of difference. This part's all cut out more to conform more to your hand. And this one, the back is more conform to your palm. And then I added all the jimping along the back, and also made a backstop down here for sort of a striking face. Okay, so how many I've made? The White Horse is the first one. Sorry, y'all. The White Horse is the first one that I've ever made. But this is probably the 4th or 5th one because I keep breaking them. Since there's no steel in them, they tend to break right here along this little thin spot right here. So part of that is me learning to nest the blade a little better, and part of it is just the G10 or micarta is not really that strong. So anyway, this is the first one that I made. The second one I made was the shark concept that I've been working on. The third one, well, actually, this is the second one I made. I'm sorry. The Red Wolf is the second one that I made. This is just a modified kitchen knife that I took the scales off of and carved some scales for it out of micarta, out of a black and red micarta. I think it looks pretty sick. But yeah, this is just a cheap, oh, it's a certain brand, but I can't remember. It's not Pioneer Woman. It's something else. What's some brands of kitchen knives? I can't think of what it is. It's one of those like women brands of kitchen knives, and I can't think of what it is. You have a flip out blade. That's cool. So this is, I guess that's 3. Really, this is the third one that I was working on. And again, this is a D2. It's carved off from from a D2 blank. It did already have the blade on it, but it was not shaped like this. Piece of D2 that I built, that I made for Shannon. It's called the Kitchen Witch, and that's kind of like a joke, but she is really handy in the kitchen. So it's not Farberware. It's not that one. But if you look at the top here, the way that it's grooved out, it's made where even when it's in the sheath, you can use it to open lids on jars that you've canned. And she's really into canning. So it was something I made just for her, for a little kitchen tool. And she just wanted a simple little paring knife. So this is one of the first ones that I worked on too. And you can see where I was trying to learn how to put like grooves in the handles and stuff. And I really way overdid this one. I'm from Arkansas, Ollie. I'm from Arkansas, and it wasn't Farberware. I can't think of the name of it. It'll come to me here in a minute. I think this was the next one that I worked on, was the ringless version of the White Horse. So I've got that one. I've got this one, the Barracuda concept that I'm working on. That's sort of my newer one. And then I've got a White Horse concept. That's the one I'm going to be working on today, if I ever will get around to it. I'm from Arkansas, Ali, Arkansas, in the United States. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have a Civivi Vision FG that I did the handles for, but I mean, that's not my knife really, you know. So 8 total, I guess. 8 things that I've worked on, or 8 custom mods, I would say. But yeah. Is it cutting out? It's cutting out on my end too. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why the connection's so spotty. It seems like every time I show this knife, it'll drop my connection. It didn't do it that time, but I think I got a little coffee left in there, guys. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee, guys. Grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. What's everybody up to while I'm in here getting some coffee? What are you guys up to this morning? I heard that. What's up, diddlies, everybody? Only the real one stayed. Only the real one stayed. Ninja. Ninja. All right, guys, let's get some work done. What do you say? It's about time. It's about time to get some work done. Oh, no. Whoopsie. It's the only troublemaker out of all of them. Okay, so this is the one we're going to be working on today. Book Dussel. Am I saying that right? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name, man. I'm an old dude, and if I don't get the name right, I apologize. But thanks so much for stopping by. But I hope you have a great day. And thanks for subbing. I appreciate it, man. Always appreciate a subscriber. I'll be doing some more lives. Make sure you can come back tonight at 9 p.m. I'm going to be doing the TGIF Pocket Dump Live. What's my sharpening process? Most of the knives I've been working on are already sharpened, but I have a I don't want to tell you the wrong one. It's a sharpening system. It has like 2 stones, a strop, and a ceramic sharpener, ceramic rod sharpener. I can't remember the name of it. It's work sharp. So work sharp is what I use. I have another more complicated system that I haven't even got around to using it yet. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I use. And like I said, most of the stuff I'm getting, I'm working with knives that are already sharpened, so I don't have to do a lot to them generally. This one's a little different because I'm trying to grind an edge into here. So for it, I've been using a combination of the Dremel and sharpening stone on that one. And it's still not quite there yet. This is some tough steel that this one's made out of. So, yeah. And I'm not great at sharpening knives either. Like it's not something I've ever been like super good at. I can put a workable edge on a knife, but I'm not like You know, I'm like not like a Eknives Knives or that dude that goes to all the shows and he just like can put a magic edge on stuff. I'm not at all like that. I can put a workable edge on my own blades, but I don't think I'd ever want to sharpen somebody else's knife for them, you know? This is like a pretty high bar for that type of stuff, it seems like. So yeah, once again, I'm going to be working on this one today. So, you know, work along with me here if you want. Have some coffee. I got some coffee here. I'm going to have to put it out of the way so it doesn't get dust all in it. I'll have to mask up, but the mic was picking it up pretty good last time, so I think it will again. If the light seems like it's going in and out, I don't think it's actually the light. I think the camera keeps trying to auto adjust, and I don't know how to stop it. So if the light is kind of fading in and out on the live, I apologize. I tried to fix it, but as far as I know, there's no setting on there that I can fix it. So I wanted to show you guys this box of failure. This is not really a failure or anything. This is the handles that were originally on this knife, so you can see how much I took off of it, how much I sort of changed the profile of the knife. Kind of stuck to the general shape, but I took a lot off because the scales did fit it. It was a chunky boy, and now it's kind of like a little skinny boy. But yeah, this is what failure looks like. It's one of the first white horse concepts I made when I was making them out of wood. Yeah, there's so many pieces of broken ones in here. It's the scales off of them. It's terrible. It's terrible, the pain and heartache that you go through to create them, and then they just break on you. So, you know, I would say to anybody who's just starting out and trying to do something, man, keep at it, because everybody that's succeeded at it has failed a lot just to get to where they are. I promise you. They failed and failed and failed, and they just never stopped. They just didn't give up. They didn't let the failures, like, this is my box of failures, you know? I don't let it stop me. I just keep adding to it. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense? So yeah, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever you're working at, whatever you're trying to do, don't give up on it. You know, start making your own box of failures, and let those be your reminders to keep pressing on and do better and improve and fix the mistakes that you've made. You know, whatever you do, don't let it get you down. Yeah, it's a big old box of failures. Let's get one more sip of coffee here. I don't think anybody's even watching anymore. That's okay. They're going to miss all the knife making. They're going to miss all that knife making. We're about to get started here, guys. I'm going to be working on one of the white horse concepts without the ringless, or the ringless. Oh, okay, what's up, Andres? It showed there was only one person still here, so. Wow, this is the part that I hate. These masks always want to tear. They always want to tear on you when you're putting them on. So yeah, guys, if you're working, grinding any kind of material, just take my word for it. You're definitely going to need protective equipment. You need some heavy duty gloves, but also it's good to have, I like wearing some medical gloves too, because it helps keep so much of that G10 or micarta or whatever you're working with from getting all over your hands and making a powder. Because it'll go everywhere. And if you do try and work on any kind of wood, or especially if you're trying to work with you know, some G10 or micarta, definitely make sure you're wearing some sort of you know, respirator type mask or something, because look how dirty this one is. This is just from using it one time. So, you know, all that would be going in my lungs if I wasn't wearing this. So make sure you're wearing some kind of respiration protection, a respirator mask, or, you know, one of the bigger, nicer respirator masks. I don't have one of those, so I'm just using this, but it does work. You can tell by how much dust it's accumulating on the outside. And when you can see it all over my coveralls too. And then on the work surface, I had to vacuum everything off, but it makes this, you can see that it's like this fine powder. You don't want to breathe that stuff in. So, and you really don't want to get it on your skin. So I try to minimize my exposure to it and make sure that I'm zipped up all the way here. Now I am ninja. That reminds me of that clip where the woman's like, I could be ninja. So yeah, gonna be working on this one today. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why it keeps dropping. I probably should just stop. Anybody's still here? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you hanging in there. I don't know why it keeps dropping the stream. But anyway, I'm about to use a Dremel, so it might get a little bit loud. But anyway, this is the one I'm gonna be working on today. This is the newest iteration of my White Horse concept. And this is one that has some G10 liners added to some wood scales. So I want to kind of try that out, see how that works. I may add some G10 or micarta scales over the top of it at some point, but I wanted to work with wood on this one because it's a lot lighter weight. So yeah, that's the general idea today, is to work on this one a little bit, grind these down, get them evened out, and kind of, you know, get the shape of the knife set. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Let's see, first, probably. You guys see okay? I still end up trying to hold my breath a lot because I'm just so afraid to breathe this in. Even though I have the mask on, I'm still like holding my breath in. Now I am ninja. That's so funny. I'm like the furthest thing from a ninja. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to use a different. The sanding drum keeps trying to come off. I'm just watching it like a hawk. Oh! I knew that was gonna happen. Dang it. This is what's fun about working with Dremels, is this is like every 5 minutes, change out a bit, change out the Dremel. Such a pain in the, you know, in the butt. It's a pain in the butt. I think I've been live long enough. I can say butt. Yeah, I'm good. That's, you know, if I hadn't had the protective stuff on, probably, maybe not. Also, if you don't wear glasses like I do, make sure you wear some safety goggles because this stuff will fly at your eyes. Believe me. Believe me. Let me pull up a seat here. It's hot out here. I don't have any air conditioning in my shop. So. What's up, Fifth? I'm working on one of the white horse concepts. We're gonna get the scales ground down for it. You've gotten sawdust in your eyes before. It isn't fun. No, it isn't fun. It's not. Oh yeah, that's looking a lot better. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is just grind the scales down, get them nice and even. I'm still sitting there holding my breath in. Almost got that ground down. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I was doing some construction work one time and got, turn this off and breathe for a second. I was doing construction work one time and got some piece of metal in my eye. And I thought my eye had gotten irritated, but it turned out there was a piece of metal shaving was in the sclera of my eye and it was cutting up the inside of my eyelid. So they had to like go in with tweezers and pull it out of my eye. And that was like, man, you talk about close to losing your sight. Yeah, if you don't learn then, you're not going to learn until you just got one eye left, probably. That's my guess. But yeah, it's a good thing. Hopefully it didn't, hopefully it didn't mess your eye up or anything. But yeah, especially metal. Metal is just insidious. Like sawdust is bad and splinters can be bad, but a piece of metal will tear you up. Oh my gosh. What I'm basically trying to do is take down the excess G10 and wood material that's on it to get it down to the same level as the knife. So I always will rough them in a little bit before I put them on. And then once I get them on, I'll kind of fine tune it. Oh, that's about to come off. Woo. About to lose that one. Yeah, no, thankfully it landed on the sclera, but so close to my pupil. Oh yeah, see, that's the same thing that happened to me. It's stuck in the sclera of my eye, and like I said, I thought it was just irritation, and like I kept trying to like rinse my eye out, and it was stuck in the sclera, and so every time I would blink, it was scratching the inside of my eyelid. So that's really why I eventually went to the eye. I went to the eye doctor. I was like, something is wrong with my eye. Every time I blink, it's like my eye's on fire. So yeah, it was the same thing, and it was very painful. It was, yeah. So made a little progress. My sanding drums are being a pain in the butt today. So yeah, made a little bit of progress on it. I'm gonna put a bigger drum on here. I was trying to hold off on it because I've only got one big drum left. So yeah, this is it. This one goes bad. It's bad news. What's really bad is the sanding drums are the ones that you end up always having to use. Sanding drums and cutting discs, it seems like, are the ones like if you had a case of them, it probably wouldn't be enough. You'd end up using them all. And we get this changed out. Get back to work. Like I said, it seems like when you're working with a Dremel, this is what you spend half your time doing. I got a cutting disc over here lined up and ready to go. So if I need that, I got one on deck. But like I said, this is my last. This is my last big sanding drum. All right. And around the edges off just a little bit. What I really need to learn is like how to polish. So I don't really know how to polish stuff yet, so everything just ends up looking really raw. Hey, peace, Andres. Thanks for hanging out. Come back sometime. Hey, what's up, Great? Kingpin of all things grape. Awesome. I love grape. What's your favorite grape thing in all your kingdom? Grape soda and a hot soda? Oh my gosh. I think I might have to respectfully disagree with you on that one. I like grape soda, but I don't know about hot grape soda. You know what though? I never tried it, so maybe it's really good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think the sanding drum is going to last, guys. That's unfortunate, too, because it's my last one. After that, I'm going to have to walk to Walmart and get some more. Getting off some great Kool-Aid. Yeah. That's some good stuff, too. I think it's coming out pretty good so far. If I can get these scales evened out, it'll be even better. Oh, grape pen. If you're the kingpin of all grape, can you bring back kayak grape? I can't find it anywhere, and it's my favorite one. So if you're the king of all things grape, could you have them bring that back? That would be awesome. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. See me get attacked by that shark? The shark attack. Anybody that's ever been in the military knows what a shark attack is. I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe newer guys might not. I don't know. Might have been one of those things they did away with. So always got to have some finger grooves in it for sure. Buy one, get 20 free. Oh my gosh. That would be amazing. So you can see it's kind of starting to take a little bit of shape. I want to knock this back of this off at an angle. What do you think? It's kind of how I was envisioning it. I want to notch this out more too. Yeah. That definitely needs to be notched out more. That'll get your beauty sleep. All right. Well, good luck. Good night. Or good morning, I guess I should say. Yeah, I work night shift myself, so I totally get that state of mind. I think I still need to knock a little bit out of there. Let me kind of take fit now. My sander drum is just about wore out too, so you can see this is kind of starting to take some shape. Need some oil or something I could wipe it off with. Show you, but yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Hey Shani, look what I'm working on. Looking pretty good. Getting close. Gotta take a little bit more off this tail end here. Cut it up in here a little bit more. Hope work's going okay. The stripe looks awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it. I think it looks pretty good too. I gotta go get some drum sander some drum sanders tonight, because mine is, that one's like completely shot, and it's the last one I have. I don't really want to cut it out with the cutting wheel. I think that's just going to be a little too much. So yeah, I may have to, this one may have to be continued if I can get some more bits, because all I have is the smaller ones, and they're lasting like 5 minutes. Yeah, unfortunately, if I keep using this one, it's going to mess up the drum on the sander, I'm afraid. Trying. Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to put a pattern in the scales. Something like that. There at one. Yeah, I know, and I'll probably be asleep, huh? But yeah, without tearing up my sander, I mean, this drum's about to go at any second. There it goes. Ooh. Yep. That's all I can do on that part. Let's see what I can do. See what we can do. And I got the jimping on the back. Makes it nice and grippy. Some striking face there on the end. And a little bit of jimping there for just some finger, a little better finger control. So yeah, that's kind of how it's looking right now. Still got a lot of work to be done on it, especially on this part down here. I've got to cut that out just a little bit more, and I think it'll be just right. Well, it's looking pretty good. Ooh. So, yeah, I got quite a bit done today on it, really. But I'm out of sanding drums, so I really can't finish it, which is unfortunate. Because yeah, I really did want to get them completely done, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll have to get back on here and do another live stream and show you guys how it's going. But yeah, off to a pretty good start on this one. I think I like the way that it's looking. I'm going to go clean it off a little bit. I'll bring it back and let you guys see what it looks like cleaned off. So bear with me for just a second. Hey, Molly. Hey, Molly, what you doing? What you doing, Molly? Come on, girl. What's going on? What's all the barking out here? What's all the barking going on? Okay, yeah. This one actually turned out looking pretty good. So far, anyway. You know, I'm not done with it, but you can kind of see the G10 inserts there. It turned out looking pretty good, I think. It's got a really good feel in the hand, too. It's a little more substantial. So it just has a little better grip to it. But yeah, this is the new White Horse concept that I'm working on, the ringless version. You know, it's the ringless version of this one. So this is the original White Horse concept. Ringless version 2.0 here. I've already made one ringless version of it, and it works really well for a neck knife, but it's really thin. As you can see, it's just the G10 handles. But this one with the wood over the G10, I'm really liking the way that it's turning out. So yeah, I can't wait to do a little bit more work on that. But unfortunately, I'm out of sanding drums for my Dremel, so I hate to, but that's all I'm going to be able to do for today. I do appreciate everybody that joined me live. I appreciate all the comments. If you like the video, leave me a thumbs up down below. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe for future content. I'm going to try to go live tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time for the TGIF Pocket Dump. I'm bringing it back, and I'm going to try to do a live series every week. So be sure and join me for that. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below so that you can be notified of the future content. Hit the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up on the video. It means a lot to me. I'm a small channel, so all the encouragement I can get, I appreciate it. Share with your friends. Tell your friends and family about it. If you want to join the channel, my memberships are open now. For as little as 99 cents a month, you can help support the channel. Help me get more materials for blade making. Some better camera and sound equipment would be awesome at some point. But, you know, I'm just happy doing what I'm doing right now. So if you guys like it, hey, leave me a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Follow us on Instagram over at Average Gear Review, all lowercase. Remember what I always say, always be carrying. And the best gear is the gear you have on you. Average Gear Reviewer, I am out of here.